Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Eternal Legends podcast, or the Eternal Legends channel, depending where you're watching or listening to this. Whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, on the Eternal Legends channel. What's up? It's been a while.
Yes.
This is probably one of the few times in a while you'll see Sean and me.
In the same room.
Yeah, but it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so true.
We've just been busy. We have a lot going on. He's at school, I'm working, which is why there hasn't really been episodes of the show in over a year.
Yeah, valid.
Yeah, I think there was...
Also, we were focusing on videos for a little bit, too.
Yeah, we still are gonna try to get videos out, just not as consistently.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing these episodes as often as we can, hopefully every week.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We're going to try to have some guests. We're going to do some funny episodes, such as energy drink tier lists. I have a Monster. I think you have a Gatorade.
Me,
you have a Gatorade, right? Or did you finish it?
I finished it, but there it is. That's mine.
If you hear noise in the background, we're going to get into the main topic today in the segment. If you hear a lot of loud noise, I got a new mini fridge.
Yeah.
And it's loud. It's the Xbox
so cool
mini fridge.
Looking, but it's loud.
So loud. I think it's on the eco setting too. And that means it should be quiet, I think.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah. So to start off, there was some unfortunate news last week of the passing of Akira Toriyama, the creator of one of my favorite shows.
Same here.
Dragon Ball. So we felt like it'd be appropriate for us to come back and talk about it, since we both grew up with Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
We actually, I remember when we first started this show, nearly 4 years ago.
Oh, God.
It's been nearly 4 years.
Me feel old.
But when we started this show, we spent our first episode talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Was it our first or second?
It was I think both. I think it was the whole first run we did.
Sense. Yeah.
It was all just Dragon Ball.
We were basically like, why don't we just record us talking on the phone?
Basically, yeah. But I gotta say, I guess I'll go first. Dragon Ball has been a life-changing thing, as both of us grew up studying martial arts. So, and I feel like Dragon Ball, I got into it a lot later into life. You were actually the one who showed it to me.
Yep.
I remember, I think it was the episode where Goku kept teleporting. We were talking about that episode earlier.
No, wasn't it Tournament of Power?
I think it was... You showed me 2 episodes that day.
Check out, actually.
What?
That would make sense.
Yeah, no, it was either that or maybe it was I know Ultra Instinct, obviously, but it's Dragon Ball's definitely been impactful to me. The soundtrack, just Goku as a character. Especially since I got into Dragon Ball, I was in high school. It was a phenomenal show. I watched Dragon Ball Super first. I made the mistake. Tournament of Power.
My mistake. I showed you.
Tournament of Power was phenomenal. I loved it. And it really changed me as a person. I feel like with Dragon Ball, I don't know. It was one of those things where I looked forward to going home every day and watching it. Or watching it in school, because I just didn't care. But it's I'm currently watching through original Dragon Ball now. I'm up to Tien versus Goku in the, 23rd martial arts?
So.
Whatever the one with Piccolo Jr. is.
Yep,
But it's that show was masterfully written when it comes to how they wrote Goku, Roshi, Krillin, and just everything in general. Plus Toriyama calling back to Dr. Slump, which neither of us have seen or read.
No.
Because I think it was an anime as well, right? I think it was adapted.
Yeah, it should have been.
So it's we're going to be talking about all of the stuff we know during this, so we probably won't be bringing up Arale often other than the appearances in Dragon Ball. But it's Toriyama did more than just Dragon Ball. He affected all of anime. If it wasn't for him, I'm going to just give one example. Naruto wouldn't have happened. Because I feel like Naruto drew heavy inspiration from Dragon Ball. With, the Rasengan being based on the Kamehameha wave. I finally said it right.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
I mean, even beyond anime, I mean, I don't know if you know, but
Pop
he worked
culture.
on multiple games, too. I mean, he worked Dragon Quest. The designs are his. Those are Toriyama designs.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like a coincidence.
Nope.
With
Those
the
are
whole
Toriyama
dragon
designs.
naming.
He worked on a few other things. I think, was it Blue Dragon?
Does
a bunch
everything
of
just have to do with
RPGs.
dragons?
I don't know. Maybe that was his thing.
Yeah, but it was like he did so much and impacted so many people. And it was like a shame to hear the news. I got woken up by the news by
I saw it at night. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I texted you.
I
Yeah.
go to bed. If you don't know, I go to bed at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
We're filming this at 11:30 in the morning on a Thursday. This
Yeah.
goes up tomorrow morning. But it's like I woke up.
What did I say? R.I.P. Toriyama.
Let me check. But it's like I wake up, I roll over to check my phone because I'm like I do that when I wake up. Why
Yeah.
can't I find your contact now? Oh, let's see what you said. Oh, you said this March 7th, so exactly a week ago at 11:32 p.m. Toriyama died. Rest in peace, mad respect.
Yeah.
And then what did I respond with? Rip. I just
You did just like.
because what time was
he
it?
was distraught.
Because ready,
And
3:53 a.m.
Yeah.
I woke up at like 3:53. I roll over. I'm like, crap. That's a horrible way to wake up. Find out like one of my idols died. That's like a horrible way to wake up.
True.
But it's like he definitely changed the world.
Oh yeah.
He definitely, especially with like pop culture. Just look at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I know that's a very small example. There's a Goku float there. Not many other animes have floats. You could count Pokemon, kinda, because Pikachu. But it's like, there's no Naruto float. I don't think. I think there was a Luffy one, though. Yeah, there was.
a Luffy one.
Because I remember the hat deflated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
that.
remember that. But what's so weird is how long it took for Goku to be in there, because it's Super Saiyan Blue.
Right.
Which means it was Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
But it's like Dragon Ball definitely like changed the way anime was written. Like with modern anime, I feel like all of it takes inspiration from Toriyama's work.
Yeah, I mean, the modern big three are basically all just like basically children of Dragon Ball, or more or less, one way or another.
What is the current big three? Because I always say the big three of all time. I always just say Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece.
Take out Dragon Ball, put in, is it Bleach? I think it's Bleach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put in
So it'd
Bleach.
be what? Naruto, Bleach, One Piece?
Yeah.
Which I've
I've
only
seen Bleach,
seen
by
one
the
of
way.
those.
So-
I've only seen one of those.
You
I've
only
seen
seen
Naruto. Wait, you?
I've seen the
Oh.
live action of One Piece, so I don't know if that counts.
If
I'm
the
not watching
YouTube
the whole
version of
episode.
this gets 50 likes, I will watch all of One Piece.
Man's like, I'll do it in 2 days.
No, it took me what, like 3 years? No, holy crap, yeah, 3 years. I'm not even done with Boruto yet.
Oh yeah, that's true, right? If you're counting Boruto, you're not done. So yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it's
gonna say it took you like a year and a half, but then.
Nah,
yeah.
it took me what? I watched 3 episodes in June 2020, got bored, picked it up a year later, like March, April the next year. I watched, I'd say until like August, I watched Dragon Ball. From August to last April, maybe like the summer, that was Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
So it was like 2 years, like 2021 to 2023 was just Shippuden.
Yeah.
I finished Shippuden, it had to have been, because it was right before you started started Naruto.
Yeah.
And now you're on the last episode of Shippuden, still stuck in
For
limbo.
like 2 months, I'm on the last 13 minutes of Shippuden.
And
Not
I'm-
even the last episode, 13 minutes.
And I'm stuck on the battle outside the Mist Village with the pirates. I just
there's
don't...
pirates now?
Uh,
Naruto became One Piece.
nah,
Oh.
They're not even like pirates. It's just rogue ninjas with boats. So
Fair enough.
pirates.
Pirates. What do we call these beings?
But back to Dragon Ball. It's like, how did you get into Dragon Ball and all that? What was your story with it? How did it...
Do I even remember? That's the question. I think I was one of those people who kind of start to catch it on Cartoon Network, like when it was playing.
Oh, like, grew up with it?
It was just like I would just like catch it every once in a while, and basically eventually I was like, I should watch this, and I think and I watched on the Cartoon Network site all the way through Dragon Ball Z Kai, and that was the first Dragon Ball I watched.
Oh, so you...
I did it like in 3 days.
Oh, so you kind of did what I did and kind of started a little too late.
Yeah.
Not as late as me, where it's
Yeah.
like I started the last arc.
Yeah.
I started tournaments.
You started tournament, yeah, and then I watched Super, and then I had you watch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you never watched Dragon Ball, right? You never watched
I've
like
watched
OG?
the first 2 arcs, I believe, up to the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai.
That's
So true.
That's the one.
The one where with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, he's in the first 2, I think.
Yeah, the first one.
But it's like that show phenomenal. And I've been talking to people these last few weeks about Dragon Ball. Like even before Toriyama unfortunately passed, because I went to a store a couple weeks ago. I was gonna get a Naruto Sage Mode energy drink. Could you pass me the one over there, actually, since it's over by you?
Let's see if I can get it.
Because I was gonna go get it. I was gonna get one of these. I happen to have a can laying around. They didn't have it. They had a Kamehameha Wave one. Instead, I don't have the can. But it's like, they had that, and that just led into a conversation with a friend of mine about Dragon Ball. And supposedly, I think it's Super 17 is a good arc in GT.
Well, I've heard that's one of the worst ones.
I was told that one was really good.
As far as I understand, it's supposed to be the first arc, because like, everybody hates the first arc.
I started GT last week. I just got bored.
Oh, really?
I watched legit 20 minutes because I was waiting for somebody to be ready to go out. So I'm like, I'm just going to sit down and watch GT. It was confusing how it started, but that's because I know it's follow-up to
you
Z.
didn't watch Z, yeah, so of course it's confusing.
I just didn't expect it. I knew who Oob was, so I was good.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
I knew that much, but I didn't understand why they were just at Kami's lookout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how it starts. I've never seen it, so.
Oh, it just starts them training, and what's his name is trying to break in and steal the Dragon Balls. Emperor Pilaf.
Pilaf, okay.
I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, I knew you were talking about it. I just couldn't remember his name either.
I remembered he was named after a type of rice.
Oh, yeah.
Rice
That's true.
pilaf.
Rice pilaf, yeah.
But it's like...
all the food names, bro.
I know, you have what? The Cerealians... Oh, the opposite of the Saiyans.
Oh, okay.
They... Manga only.
Yeah. I
You
actually
have
forgot about that.
The
Yeah,
Saiyans...
Saiyans, yeah, with vegetables, right? Yeah.
And then there's another one. Well, not food, but the Namekians are instruments.
Oh, right, yeah. Piccolo, so true.
Piccolo, tambourine, cymbal.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Huh.
There was one that was named, like, piano, I think. The weird pterodactyl was named, like, piano.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But it's, like... With, like, Dragon Ball... Like, and this next part of... We're just gonna kind of go through Dragon Ball and just break down some stuff that we liked.
Yeah.
I'd say Dragon Ball started off good. I got bored with the first arc. I can't lie. I was co-watching it, though. I was watching that arc. I tried watching it during the pandemic. Didn't really like it. I already finished Super by this point. I was on my second or third rewatch of Tournament of Power. And it was like, I gave up on it, tried Naruto, and then I was rewatching it alongside Sasuke Retrieval for Naruto. So that's like a timeline of like 4th of July weekend of... It's weird I know exacts of like 2021, but I'm still not even done with Dragon Ball because I've been back and forthing it with
neither of us have finished original yet, so... I mean, you'll finish before me.
I have, I think, like 10 episodes left.
Yeah, I have how many hundreds of episodes left?
There's only like 150.
Really? I could have sworn it was more than that.
Because I'm up to...
Are you skipping filler?
No.
Okay.
I watched through. Because filler's not bad with Dragon Ball.
Yeah, no,
it's not Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
Naruto Shippuden. Naruto filler's fine. Shippuden's insufferable Boruto has great filler. I'm gonna get hate for that one.
Yeah, well, the only thing is the filler. So if you like Boruto, you basically have to like the filler.
Yeah, it's because filler's like 80% the show. Other than like Two Blue, but that's not even out yet. I feel like that's gonna be a really short show.
Yeah, I imagine they're gonna try to wrap it up quick. Because I mean, I feel like just the opinion's so negative around Boruto, even if it
Two
is
Blue
like,
everyone's liking though, from what
Fair
I'm
enough.
hearing, because it's
They'll
like
turn it
it's
around.
going back to it's taking people didn't like with Boruto that it was too lighthearted, like a way lighter than Naruto was, where it was like it wasn't serious at all. It was more
just like gag basically.
not gag, but it was
No.
like the stakes weren't high, like by
Yeah.
War Arc where the world was risking ending and all that. Halfway through they start to get like that, especially where I'm up to. It's getting like that, and Two Blue I know is like that.
Yeah.
It's like it's War
I
Arc
kind of
again.
know the I kind of know the twist of that, so I know it obviously has to be serious.
I'm like it's getting darker, and that's what's like. I think that's getting people plus time skips always hype anime fans up. Just not Naruto. Dragon Ball
It's
had.
like,
This is my one complaint about
things are
Dragon
getting
Ball.
stale. Add a time skip.
Exactly, but Dragon Ball, I'd say, had one of the worst time skips. I'm not talking the Dragon Ball to Z time skip. The 3-year time skip of him training at Kami's Lookout to the tournament. It's just like, there's an episode of him
yeah.
training, and then time skip. They don't even build up to it. It's just, okay,
like,
here's
oh.
Goku training. Like, it's a bunch of episodes of him training, but they're like day by day training episodes, and then time skip. Here's the tournament. It's like,
Okay,
what?
It's like
It's like
alright.
that could have. That's my only complaint. And then I would say Dragon Ball superpower scaling,
yeah, that's
But
stuff
that
gets
was-
way too whack,
Ultra Instinct.
bro. I mean, Ultra Instinct's so epic. I mean, like
It's
everything
cool,
about it is amazing,
but-
but like
At the same time,
Yeah.
like looking at Kid Goku, it's like why? Why does this need to exist?
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's the question: should have they stopped after Z? And that's
That
the
is
question.
a big question. What would you say?
Honestly, a lot of people say they should have stopped after Cell, and I think that I think
I-
if you were gonna stop anywhere, you probably would have had to stop after Cell in particular. Boo still works, but I think Cell makes the most sense.
I haven't seen Boo.
Or Cell.
I've seen clips though.
Fair.
I've seen clips of Cell. I watched the infamous 5 minutes fight. Because I was waiting, because I was watching Tournament of Power as they were releasing them in English. And they had Z Kai on right before.
Oh yeah.
So that's how I caught it, because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to tune in an hour early, watch the Z Kai, and then watch the
Yeah.
new episode. Because I know you watched it in Japanese, because I was watching it as they were rolling out the episodes.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, the final episode's so good. I'm like, don't spoil it.
Of what? Of Frieza?
No, we're talking Tournament of Power.
Tournament? Yeah.
'Cause-
Oh yeah.
because
That is one of my favorite fights. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the ending was good. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah. No.
I do hope that they go back on their decision about not continuing. Like, I think the show should end. Like, they should
Yeah.
kind of just let it be now that... Just end Super because now that Toriyama's not
Yeah.
involved, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's... I feel like they should, with the anime, roll it out, what they have. Like, the stuff, obviously, Moro, the Broly arc, because I'm sure they were going to make Broly's movie into an arc for the
Yeah.
show. Do Moro, Serial, or whatever his name is.
Cerulean, I think that's what I always said.
I'm saying, I can't remember what the guy's name is.
What, the Moro arc or the?
No, the one
Granola.
Granola. I knew it was a type of
I
cereal.
honestly forgot those were two different arcs for a hot second.
Granola, and then I guess the second Frieza arc for Super.
Yeah, which they finished that.
I
I actually
think
don't
so.
know.
I
don't know
stopped
what
keeping up
Yeah,
after
same here.
Moro. I stopped keeping up after Moro.
I kept for the granola, so I know what happened.
I know
there,
parts
but
of Granola. Like, I know that Vegeta finally gets instant transmission. I know that.
that was in Moro.
Oh, that was Moro? I thought that was...
Yeah.
The
He gets his funny ego form. That one.
I knew Ego.
Yeah.
I knew that, but I didn't... But it's like, I hope they animate that. I know a fan team's probably going to do it anyway, like a fan dub of it. If that's the case, I'll watch that. Because I do want to see. But I do like the idea of them kind of not bringing back GT, but giving it another shot. By that I mean, like, they're doing a GT style show going forward, I heard.
Right. Oh yeah, the kid one. Yeah, the kid Goku.
But
one,
I'm
right?
like, I think it's good since it's derivative of Toriyama's work, but it's not ruining the work. Where, like, if they went forward with Super, that still has, like, Toriyama in it. to where he was still like advising. I'm sure he was involved with the Ultra Instinct idea. Meanwhile, if they do something like GT, he's not. It doesn't have anything to do with him, and they're not like tarnishing his legacy by putting out a bad project. Yes, it's his characters, but it's not him.
Yeah.
That's what I think's good about that. Dragon Ball, from what I saw of it, good run. Z, I didn't really watch. I heard the best arc is Cell.
Yeah, I mean...
I would
honestly,
argue Frieza.
I would argue Saiyan, actually, first arc. I basically argue it probably kind of goes down as it goes, right? Saiyan's the best. Frieza is pretty close. Cell is not quite as good as Frieza. And then Buu is probably... I've never seen Buu, so I don't even know.
From what I know, because I do know a little bit about Saiyan, because I played Dragon Ball Kakarot. I played part of the game.
Yeah.
I played the first... I think it's funny how when... And I don't know if this is in the show, but it's in the game. Mm-hmm. So when Piccolo abandons Gohan, he ends up with Yajirobe of all people.
Yeah, I don't think that happened.
I'm like, well, because Yajirobe's like, you need food. Breakfast.
Here.
Breakfast,
son.
I still think it's funny how they made Yajirobe go from being a really important character, like just a joke in the, what's it called? Oh, I can't think now. The King Piccolo arc. Mm-hmm. As a joke character to a character who's there to stay. Somehow in the World Martial Arts Tournament. And then just... But it's like, I do have a good question. Because Super kind of just made characters disappear. Like, that's what I don't like with, like, there's characters from Dragon Ball who appeared in Z. Like, a lot of the tournament people appeared in filler. Like, Android 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, would appear. Or... But then it's another... Like, I'd say the two biggest examples of characters disappearing, it's like, you don't see a lot of... You don't even see Launch.
Yeah, I was going to say Launch, like, that's
she's
obliterated.
She's the main example, but then you could also say Korin and Yajirobe. They have maybe one cameo.
Yeah.
Probably like a spirit bomb scene. Yeah. Or even like any of the background characters that you became interested in Dragon Ball. As I said, Android 8. I know Ox King does appear, but that's...
Very occasionally, yeah.
I got up to the episode where Goku proposes in the middle of the tournament a couple days ago. I was laughing because he's like, what does bride mean to, like, Krillin? And then, like, a minute later, he proposes. I'm like...
Bruh, man's, like, flying by the seat of his pants, bro.
I know. I thought that was, like, a funny scene. Especially because he didn't remember her at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like... That arc is really good. If you haven't watched original Dragon Ball and you made the mistake that I feel like most people make and start with Z.
You start with Z. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a mistake. I think Z gets you in it starts very fast, and that's a good thing. The one thing about original is that it is tough to start with the freaking peel-off arc because it's so, like...
It's so boring.
Yeah, it's like, it's good, like, foundationally, but it's just not much is happening.
It has the problem that I'll say a lot of anime has. Mm-hmm. Start slow.
Yeah.
You know what my main complaint's gonna be? I'm gonna compare it to Land of Waves.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we're gonna do
honestly,
in
I
the
would
future.
Say prologue even. Like,
prologue. I mix them now. Prologue, Land of Waves, I call it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I call it basically everything pre-tuning. We're gonna do a episode like this. We've been promising it for a while. With Naruto instead. Like, us just kind of, when he finishes Naruto. When you watch the last 13 minutes. But it's like, hopefully it's not due to unfortunate and horrible circumstances like this episode.
Yes.
To where...
Ray Kishimoto has a long life.
Yeah.
long, long, long life.
May Toriyama rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But it's like with Dragon Ball. Because we'll get to Z in a second. But how do you think they should handle the series now? What do you think? I
mean... I personally, like, a lot of people say continuations kind of ruin people's OSTs, but, like, if you do it right, and they've kind of already been trying to do it for a while, because Dragon Ball has slowly become less of, like, something that was solely Toriyama. Like, first you had Totaro doing the manga, and I don't think he was more giving, like, outlines than he was actually writing the thing, or drawing the thing. So it's slowly been moving away from him, and it would be nice to, like, that they continued it in his legacy, but I also want it to not suck.
Yeah, I don't want GT2.
I don't want even Super 2 to some extent. Like,
but with that though, I feel like what would be if they decide to cut it off, they might as well animate the stuff that what had Toriyama involved.
yeah. I think they should finish it off. Yeah, they might as well.
Yeah, I think I have a theory. As I said, this could be wrong. I'm just gonna say this. This theory could be wrong because I didn't keep up with the manga. This is a theory we spoke about that there's gonna be a second tournament just based on the fact.
Yeah.
There's the scene where
Zeno
was riding around on Beerus like a horse. I remember you sent me the manga screenshot of that. And it was like, Goku, when do you want to do another one? So I'm like, I think that would be a good ending, honestly. Like, end it with a second Tournament of Power. I would say it'd be cool if it's like, instead, it's one person from each universe. Kind of like a World Martial Arts Tournament in a way.
Something shorter. Something that's not literally, like a different setup somewhere or another.
Yeah, like...
It's Battle Royale, basically.
Yeah, I was just saying, whether it's even like a World Martial Arts, where it's like, yeah, you start it with all the people, like how Tournament of Power did it, except instead there's a preliminaries where it's like, for example, you have Krillin versus Hit. I just had to come up with two random people.
It's over.
Yeah, it's like, that was a bad example, but you know what I mean? I couldn't think of anyone else from another universe. I was going to say either Jiren, Hit, or Top.
Yeah, I know, right? Krillin versus Jiren.
I want to see that.
Like, flicks him and, flies into the ether.
The Frieza versus Krillin again.
He would just be like,
Goodbye.
Be like, not again. He gets blown up.
But it's like, there's so many good opportunities they could have taken for that. But I, at the same time, think they might as well just animate what they have. Just go through Broly movie. Then do... what was the first one? Moro. Go Moro. Go... Granola. And then, I don't know. What comes first? Second Frieza? Or Superhero?
I believe second Frieza comes first. Second Frieza, then Superhero.
And then I think it's over.
Yeah, and then it's over.
Because unless there's unless there's an arc, since, as I said, I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah.
So it's like, if there's another arc, wrap that up, do an ending, and then just, at that point I say, if they want to continue the franchise, start something new, their own, kind of like a GT2, just don't make it garbage. You know what I mean? Like something where it's like, they go off in their own direction without impacting the stuff Toriyama did, which is what I'm most worried about, is preserving the legacy.
Yeah.
Since I feel like when a show doesn't have the director, it just crashes and burns. Dragon Ball GT. Did you see that the guy who played Goku in the live action apologized? Like last week, he apologized after Toriyama's passing. He made a post apologizing to Toriyama. That I had mixed feelings about that, because I'm like, I never saw the movie.
Yeah, no, I've never seen Evolution.
Evolution, yeah. I think it's weird. Speaking of crappy live actions, last week, you saw this, you were here. They were showing the live action Mario movie on Cartoon Network. I DVR'd it. I liked it. I saw it a couple of years ago. I'm gonna rewatch it, probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
I probably have some time.
I've seen clips. It's not that terrible, honestly.
I watched the first hour. You remember back in the day, those crappy YouTube uploads of movies? Like where they'd upload them on YouTube, except there would be like a huge box around it and very zoomed in the middle would be the movie.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago. That's how I saw like an hour of it back then.
Yeah.
Those don't exist anymore. YouTube's not the same. We're going to talk about that eventually.
One day.
Yeah, one day at a time. But Dragon Ball in general, I think Z is really what made the show more of a household name compared to original. Just when I hear people bring up Dragon Ball, it's never, Dragon Ball. It's always, it's Dragon Ball Z. Like, people always call the whole franchise Dragon Ball Z.
Which is, that's always very interesting. Yeah, someone's like, you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? And it's like, yeah, okay. What about original? I was like, what's that? What original? They don't even know it exists.
It's like everyone just... And I've heard people call it the show Goku's from. Like, gotta be
I mean,
kidding me.
okay, to be fair though, yeah, that's probably how most people know it. They're like, yeah,
Goku.
Goku. Yeah, and that other guy, veggie guy.
Vegetable.
Vegetable. You know, him.
Yeah, and it's like, it's so weird. And I know it's going to be weird for me to get used to, like, Vegeta being there again, because I got used to, like, the main character being just Goku, occasionally Krillin, Yamcha, Tien.
Piccolo being the rival for approximately 5 minutes.
It's like, I'm still not even used to Piccolo being there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he has no voice lines where I'm up to.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, with that, I feel like I've said everything I've wanted to say. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to add on?
No, I don't think, not right now. Hold on, let's think for a second. I think I kind of got lost now. It's over. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a last minute thing.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, I've never seen fully of Dragon Ball like the original, but I have seen all of Z, and I will say like for how I got into the series, and the one of the things like it really affected me in the sense that you didn't talk about it, right? But we both write manga just for funsies mostly, and like one of those things where Dragon Ball still is probably one of the biggest influences on me personally, despite all the anime I've seen throughout the years. It's still one of the biggest.
I'd say
ones.
Myself included.
It's still so close to the core. And it's like, and that just kind of goes to speak how much of an influence it's had. I mean, like, it's been so many years, right? I mean, and even still, like, anime that follows in its legacy is, like, still, like, that's, like, the stuff I watch, basically.
Yeah, Naruto.
Naruto, I mean, even, okay, it's more Hunter x Hunter, but, like, you know, like, other ones, like, I mean, modern ones, JJK, let's see, any other ones?
This is where we...
One Piece, I mean, obviously, I like One Piece, actually.
I was gonna say, this is where we're different, since I know you're more of a anime enjoyer. Meanwhile,
Shonen, really. I don't watch like isekais or anything.
I was gonna say because I'm more of like animation. Like that's where we go different.
I mean, I do watch other animations. Have you seen Centaur World? I'm just kidding. You don't watch Centaur World. You would not like that.
Like I was gonna say, we're probably gonna do an episode on this. We do plan on being consistent going forward, or as consistent as we can.
Yeah, no, we should be good actually.
I'm saying like consistent. By that I mean, and this is gonna be. Episodes going forward, they're going to be a little shorter.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do sometime... Our goal's an hour a week for you guys.
Yeah.
We have some plans for some stuff. We're not really sure. Mainly, like, I have the free time. I can make the time. With his school schedule, we're not really sure about that. So that's why I say, if we miss a week, we're sorry. We'll let you know as soon as we can. Like, as soon as we know. We're not going to be, like, on Friday morning. No episode today. We'd let you know by, like, Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Or as soon as... Because a worst-case scenario, we have, like, a today where it's a shorter episode and it gets out Friday. Worst case, maybe a day late Saturday. Because there may be those times. But I just wanted to catch up with you guys at the end today. This was a really short episode. But I didn't want to ramble on.
Yeah.
And kind of take the focus away from thanking the absolute GOAT.
The goated?
Yeah, for changing the world. Yes. That's not even an understatement.
And for the better, too.
For the better, yeah.
There's a great quote from him where he says, like, a lot of stories are about something. His stories are to entertain. And we do kind of need more of that, honestly.
I agree.
It's because it's just so pure and it's so joyful and it makes you actually want to live, at least for me. So that's good.
But if you guys enjoyed, comment, like, subscribe, check us out on YouTube because we're there, video podcasts and stuff. Also, I stream daily. I'm gonna use this to promote myself real quick. I stream daily. I'll be down below. My things will be down below. I do Mario Kart, all that stuff. Come say hi. But if you guys enjoyed, comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. I don't know. I'm saying I will. We will.
We will.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace everybody.